What's up YouTube? It's your favorite IE SoCal realtor, Ray Gonzales, and today we are again in the city of Corona. We're tucked away in the hills here, just down the 15 freeway. And if you and your family are looking for a floor plan that features a single-story home with a backyard and great square footage, you're gonna wanna watch this video. All right, you guys, so Monteverdi here in Corona by KB Homes. We're gonna be touring these models here in a second. We have two plans that feature single stories down there, and then these guys are well into the 2,000 square feet mark, and they're 2 stories. But you guys, big backyards, great square footage. Let's check them out. Before we get started on the interior tours, you guys, sometimes when you buy new constructions, or you buy a house, maybe you have a taller truck or whatever, you don't realize that the clearance height might be a little tight, right? It might be a little shorter. So these are actually bigger. So we're gonna measure them to show what they're at. These are 7 feet 10 inches. So 94 inches, you guys. And you can tell just by looking at them that they're a little taller. So if you have a truck that is less than 94 inches, you know, you're gonna be able to fit nice and snug in here. So that's important to note. In case you have a taller car or taller truck, now you know. Beautiful day to get out and tour some homes. So this is plan 1618. And right when we walk in, we're gonna have a hallway, a lot like our other builds that we've done. And then we're gonna have bedroom, 2 bedrooms, and then a bathroom here on this left side. So we'll go into bedroom number 1. This is a great space here. Good sized bedroom, you guys. And then also in 1,600 square feet, it's also super important to understand that, you know, you're gonna have good sized bedrooms, even though 1,600 square feet isn't considered big by any means, but still good to know. And then sandwiched between these 2 bedrooms, we have our hallway bathroom. Like bedroom number 1, bedroom number 2 is gonna be another great size bedroom. This is gonna be a full-size bed, you guys. So like in my other videos, full-size mattresses in these bedrooms, and you still have ample space. Good sized bedrooms there. And then down the main hallway here, we're gonna have our garage access. This is currently being used as the sales office. And then we're gonna have our laundry room. Laundry room, another good sized laundry. You can definitely put a lot more shelves on these walls if you need more storage for linens and other stuff. You're gonna have coat closet that they currently have used for ample amounts of H2O. And then we'll be introduced to the rest of the living space. So this does not feel like 1,600 square feet. This kitchen, you guys, is giant. I love it when kitchens have a good walking space between the island and the countertop against the wall. If you have an island in your current house or apartment, I want you to measure the distance right here. Think about it, if your oven was open, you need space to walk around, and they definitely have that here. They got a good island here, seated for 3. It's just a good size kitchen altogether. And then you even have your walk-in pantry over to this side. So that's nice. Definitely got enough space over there. And then just from this angle, looking on into the living space, all of this is just so open and inviting. You have obviously a good little dining room nook here. Definitely put some storage against that wall. If you really wanted to, also, you could probably add more cabinetry along this wall, maybe. We've seen that in a couple models throughout the channel. And then you have a really inviting living space here. So they have it set with the sectional, and then of course everything pointing to this TV. This is probably a good time to note, you guys, that everything you see here design-wise, this is all staged right here. You're not gonna get the furniture, you're not gonna get the chairs, obviously. You're not even gonna get the window coverings. So you're gonna see on these windows here, the drapes, curtains, curtain rods, all that kind of stuff. You won't get that in your house, the artwork. So you're gonna have bare walls. So it'll be up to you to put your incredible artwork that your kids made in school or whatever up on the walls for display. So now this is your favorite part of the video, and that's when we measure the ceiling height. 108, 9-foot ceilings, you guys, that's really good. 9-foot ceilings is really nice because if your house was built pretty much anything prior to the turn of the century, you probably have 8-foot ceilings. So 1,600 square feet feels a lot different with 9-foot ceilings versus 8-foot ceilings. So yeah, go and measure your ceiling, see how high your ceilings are. Since we're measuring stuff, I might as well measure the distance in the walkway here since I pointed it out. So that way we can at least know. And I told you guys to measure yours too to compare. So, whoa. So might as well here. We have 49 inches. So about 4 feet, 49 inches, 4 feet is pretty good. Awesome stuff going on in this living space. Will be great for the next family to call home. And then we have outside, you guys. And a lot of the models that we've toured on the channel, they don't really feature backyards. We are up in the hills though. So you're gonna see in this particular model, we have a little bit of slopage. So that will take away from some of your lot square footage just by default. This is a good opportunity to point out backyards don't come finished, okay? So you see how they have the artificial turf here. You got the plants there on the side with the mulch. And then of course you got the concrete pad here. You'll get a little concrete pad in most cases, but you're not gonna get everything else. So all of this is gonna be dirt. When you buy a new build, more often than not, your backyard will mostly come empty. Whenever these new builds help you out with incentives towards closing costs or lowering down your interest rate, think about what you might wanna do with your backyard, because some of that money can help contribute towards outfitting your backyard. Still nice to have though, because a lot of new builds don't even come with backyards. Moving off the living space, we have our primary bedroom. Good sized bedroom here, you guys. This really feels like a primary suite in a 1,600 square foot home. This is a perfect place to start and end your day. And then no awesome primary bedroom is complete without their own awesome primary bathroom. Very functional primary bathroom here. You're gonna have your private toilet quarters there. And then you're gonna have your walk-in closet. This walk-in closet is gonna be pretty big. It's gonna be 14 feet, 1 inches wide. And you're gonna see there's some potential for more shelving here. So this walk-in closet definitely gonna be functional for all the stuff you need. And incredible start to the first plan here at Monteverdi. Moving on down now. This is gonna be the second plan, also a single story, you guys, so that's nice. Right when you walk in, you're gonna be greeted with the garage, which they have locked. That's awesome. But you guys, garages won't come finished, so they won't come with the epoxy that sometimes you'll see. And then off to the right here, we have our first little hallway. So we're gonna be introduced to bedroom number 1. Bedroom number 1 is gonna have great dimensions. You're gonna see that this is a good amount of walk space right here. For a bedroom, you guys, to have this much space is really nice. This is a full-size mattress, like I've said before in videos prior, and everything in here feels right. It feels like a solid bedroom. You can definitely have like a TV up on this wall. This is a perfect room for one of your kids to grow up in, and I think they'll be really pleased to have this room. Next to bedroom number 1, we have bedroom number 2. Another good space here. It does feel a little bit smaller than the bedroom that we just saw, but still awesome spot. And then with the high ceilings too, it just makes everything feel a little bit bigger. So I think this room's a little wider, but great space. And then adjacent to both of those bedrooms, we have a hallway bathroom, you guys. So this is a nice hallway bathroom, good size, tub shower, and then dual vanities as well. You know we love the dual vanities here on this channel. So awesome space here. And you even got a little bit of a linen closet here. So we love storage in the new builds. Now off the bedrooms and bathroom here, we're also gonna have more storage, a little coat closet here in the entryway, so that's nice. Down this way, we'll be introduced to our laundry. Laundry room's pretty standard. It's just more of just a room, and you don't have as much space for storage as we did in the last model, but still doable. Next to the laundry room, we're gonna have bedroom number 3. So already 3 bedrooms we've seen in this model. What's cool about the bedroom in this model is that you're gonna have your own walk-in closet. So it's kind of nice whenever a normal bedroom has a walk-in closet. It makes you feel a little bit more grand, a little more fancier, if you will. I don't know what that is, but whatever. But yeah, great stuff here. Remember, you guys, you're gonna see the designs here. Your house won't come with that. The models are staged. All right, cool. So we're already 3 bedrooms down, a bathroom down. So let's introduce ourselves to the rest of the living space. You guys, this is a sick living space. This is such a good sized dining room table. You can definitely sit everybody here. You can have a much bigger couch over there for your living room. That's without question. And they have a set here with a sectional. That's fine too. But you can definitely have a bigger couch. And then this kitchen, you guys. This kitchen is incredible. This island here is a great size. I have it seated here with 3 stools. This kitchen looks like something you would see in a model home. This kitchen is so clean. Now it's important to realize that some of the home sites here at Monteverdi don't come with the upgrades that you'll see in the models. Some of them will, but they'll have about $25,000, $30,000 price difference. So it really comes down to you if you want the specific home site that looks similar to the model. The non-upgraded base price ones are gonna be cheaper, like I just mentioned. And with 203 homes here at this community being built, you're gonna have your options if you get in early enough. Awesome, awesome, awesome floor model, you guys. We love how open everything is. And then we're gonna have our outside as well. There's not much to cover outside. You know, these lot sizes are gonna range from 5,000 to 15,000 square feet, which is pretty big. And then of course, some of them are gonna have the slopes, you guys. We are in the hills of Corona here, just north of Lake Elsinore. So you're gonna have to deal with hills. But you still get a really nice house with a good sized backyard. Off the living space, we're now gonna check out our primary bedroom. This is a good length, you guys, and one thing in the new builds that I've mentioned in the video prior is the windows, you guys. So this is a good sized window, depending upon whether you're facing north or south. This is a south-facing window, kind of like early-ish morning right now, that is gonna get a lot of natural light. So if you're someone that needs to sleep in complete darkness, you may wanna invest in blackout curtains, because in these new construction homes, there be some natural light in these windows. And then obviously the best complement to a great primary bedroom is an awesome primary bath. Awesome primary bathroom. Private toilet quarters is over here. You guys don't necessarily need to see that. You guys know what a toilet looks like. So great bathroom. And then on the entryway, I think I breezed past this a little too fast. We have our primary closet. So obviously a good sized closet in here. Great start to Monteverdi here in South Corona. I'm pronouncing Monteverdi like a stooge kind of. And I'm not an Italian. It sounds Italian. So to my Italians out there, sorry if I'm not pronouncing it well. We actually went to Italy last year and we stayed in a spot called Monteverdi Catini or something like that. I don't know, but great spot. Anyways, let's go check out plan 3. So you guys, this is the first I think this is the first model we've toured on the channel where we had a little entry, like little bench here. You could definitely put it in some of the tours that we've seen, but that's kind of nice to have that staged. Off to the left, you're gonna have your hallway bathroom, vanity, toilet, shower, and then next to that, we'll have bedroom number 1. Nothing wildly insane about this bedroom. You do have a walk-in closet, so some may find that desirable. It's not overly big, but good size here. And then we'll go down back into the entry hall to see the rest of the space. So really awesome floor plan here. We're in 2,800 square feet, almost 2,300 square feet. And everything here, again, just like we have in the past, for past models, past videos on the channel, everything is nice and open. The only critique here is it's a little dim over here. For the models, you'd think they would put in, you know, spotlights almost. But everything's a good size. Over here, you're gonna have your pantry. So this will have all your kitchen goods in it. And then everything else is super wide open. You got a nice kitchen island feeding off to the dining area and then into the living area. So we love to see that. So you guys, this backyard is gonna be a little bigger. You're gonna notice that, remember I told you in the last model that we toured, is these backyards are gonna range from 5,000 to 15,000 square feet. And this kind of makes you feel that because this is significantly bigger. It has less of a slope. So if the slope in your yard in this community isn't as bad, then you're gonna have a really nice sized house. Really impressed with what KB's got going on over here. All right, well, let's keep the tour rolling and let's go upstairs. This is our first staircases that we've seen today. Coming up off the stairs, it would not be an Inland Empire home tour without a loft, would it? Well, we finally got one. This is a bigger model, almost 2,300 square feet, like I mentioned before. And you have your first loft. Now, this room, like the other lofts that we've seen in square footage this size, is very, very big. You can easily put up a flex wall in this room. I'm gonna suggest it. I know if you've watched the channel for the last few months, I say that a lot, but it's just true, right? So it's just good utility space, and you have it, so might as well use it to its highest and best use. Down this hallway, this is actually gonna be a pretty wide hallway too. We're gonna have our laundry room. Laundry room is gonna have its own utility closet for linens, so that's cool. And then obviously it's gonna have its main usage for a laundry room, storage, space for your laundry units. And then aside from that, we're gonna have bedroom number 2. Good sized room here, but you guys, I kinda wanna give you a little look-see on what we're looking at here. That's the community. Down there is not the community, so those houses like right there that you see, that's a separate community. But everything, this is kind of like at an angle here, so it's kind of going this way. We are just south of the 15 freeway, and there's been 40 people who have moved in already, and you're gonna see we're at the end of a cul-de-sac here. But 40 people have moved in, and then next to that bedroom, we're gonna have our hallway bath, very nice. Dual vanity, you guys know I love that, so that's really useful. Then down this hallway, we're gonna have bedroom number 3. Bedroom number 3, they have staged as a nursery. I have a 1-year-old, so yeah, those days were fun, waking up in the middle of the night for those overnight feedings. Good stuff. So we've seen the loft, we've seen the bedrooms, now we need to see the main event. This feels like a giant primary bedroom, you guys. They have a nice little lounge chair right here as well. So this is a good size room. So this room is gonna be a good size. It's gonna be 16 feet 5 inches by 13 feet 11 inches, you guys. So not the biggest primary bedroom that we've seen on the channel, but obviously a good size. It's gonna fit all your furniture. It's gonna give you a lot of space to have extra furniture like we see here in this model with the lounge chair, so good opportunity. And then obviously we have our main event, part 2, which is our walk-in closet here for this primary bedroom. And then we have our primary bathroom. So what's nice again, this primary bathroom features dual vanities. That's come to be the norm in these new builds. And then you got your soaking tub, and then you got your shower. So this is very usable and a good space to get ready, start and end your day. I love saying that because it's true. You start and end your day in the bathroom. Awesome upstairs space. We're impressed with everything we've seen so far here by KB. We've toured another KB home on the channel before, and we've toured another home in Corona before. So we've come to expect greatness from these guys. Chugging along here to our final tour, to our final model of this video. You're gonna see up here, they're gonna be building a little bit more. So if you notice that this is a pretty big lot. So on this particular street, if you do buy on this particular street, the lot sizes are a little bigger. Up here on the northern part, they're gonna be building some behind that picket fence over there. But these, you can tell from the backyard in the first model that we saw in this video to the last one, the backyards have increasingly grown. All right, let's check out this last model, 2,800 square feet. When you walk in, you have a nice little entryway as well, similar to a couple other models that we saw before. You're gonna have bedroom number 1 here off to the right. Great size bedroom, good start here to this model. Again, 2,800 square feet. And then you guys, we're gonna have a next door bathroom. So this hallway bathroom isn't gonna be nearly as big as the ones that we saw. It's single vanity, but you still have a nice little shower. So if you got someone that's staying with you in this bedroom, this is an awesome place for them just to pop up in the middle of the night, not have to walk across the house. So this becomes, in essence, this becomes our own little kind of quarters here. And then next to that, they have a nice little nook here, a little storage nook, so that's cool. And then we're gonna be quickly introduced to the rest of the living space. You guys, 2,800 square feet, and you knew that there was gonna be ample space to hang out and gather. These 2 couches they can definitely be much bigger couches, you know, just for the staging. You don't even need these 2 chairs here, but you can easily, comfortably sit 8 to 10 people, fully maximized in this living room. And then this dining room table as well. You can fit a giant dining room table here. They have it staged here for 8, but there's no question about the possibilities of having more chairs here and a bigger table. And then flowing into this kitchen is crazy, you guys. So we do have it staged here with 3 stools for the breakfast bar island. Everything about this is just great. You got the quartzite and everything is just so open, you guys. So this is new construction, you guys. You're gonna have your pantry right here, on par with everything else we've seen. And man, you guys, I just can't stress it enough. When you buy a new construction home, this is what you're getting. You're getting space, you're getting comfortability. And then remember I said that on this particular street, the lot sizes are getting a little increasingly bigger. That is very evident here with this backyard. It's definitely bigger than the first model that we saw, the single story. So you guys want a backyard in the Inland Empire at a fair price with square footage? You guys, this is the house you need to see. I'd like to know in the comments how many of you guys prefer a backyard and what your specific purpose is. Of course, everyone likes a backyard. It's got a safe place for your kids to play. Maybe you have like extra trucks, cars, or whatever. You got places to store it. But let me know in the comments. Off the staircase, we have another excellent loft. This is gonna be as big as a lot of bedrooms, you guys. I know I've said it a million times. You guys are probably annoyed of hearing it, but you guys, in a space this big, you wanna be able to have like an upstairs living room. And these guys got it. They got it going on. This is actually a good sized coffee table right here. Interesting legs there. They got like the Target balls almost, except for not red. But you guys, good loft. You know we love a good loft on this channel. Off the loft, you're gonna have little storage closet for linens. And then you're gonna have your laundry. So all these laundry rooms here at this KB, in this KB community look pretty similar. Then next to the laundry, we're gonna have bedroom number 2, you guys. We're digging the size of bedroom number 2. Whenever you have like your own little small entry in a bedroom where you have to turn, you know you got a good sized bedroom. Here you guys, you can see the depiction here. That's a pretty big lot. And you see, if you can see that car over there, that's where they're gonna be building some more. And then that's an already existing neighborhood. So you guys, such a good opportunity here in the hills of South Corona. Nobody really says South Corona, but whenever someone hears it and you're from the IE, you know what you're talking about. Down the hall, we have our hallway bathroom for upstairs. It's a good size, there's no doubt. Tub shower, dual vanity, we love to see it. And then next to that, we're gonna have bedroom number 3, which they have staged as a bunk bed. You know, you see that a lot more in new builds right now. A lot of bunk bed opportunities, especially when there's like 4 and 5 bedrooms in these houses. Usually there's no shortage of bedrooms, but this room's gonna have its own walk-in closet. So very nice there, good opportunity. You know, whenever you have 2 kids sharing a room staged, they're just showing the possibility that each kid has enough space for all their clothes. So a good room possibility there. And then you have bedroom number 4. This is probably only like the second room in my channel that we've seen where the bed is up against the corner of the wall, or in the room rather. And it's probably just because of how the door is situated and where the window's at. It'd be kind of funky to have your bed come out from here. But again, you guys have a walk-in closet. So whichever one of your children has this room, they're gonna really feel good about their siblings on that room, sharing a room and having one closet versus having their own walk-in closet up here. So that's nice. And then down the hall, you guys, where we have the loft and the stairs, we're gonna have our last primary bedroom of the day. Awesome space here. This is a good sized bedroom. So you guys, 2,800 square feet, and this room boasts most of that. It's gonna be 16 feet, 5 inches by 15 feet. So again, a great opportunity for whatever you need your room to stage or have in it. You're gonna have the space for it. And then something that we don't always see on the channel is this giant runway into your primary bathroom. So you're gonna have closet, right? And then you're gonna have toilet, okay, necessary. And then you're gonna have your primary bathroom. So tub, shower, and non-combo, obviously, soaking tub and shower. And then you're gonna have your dual vanity. So good opportunity. And you guys, this also kind of gives you a depiction of where this neighborhood is. It's gonna be nestled right in the canyons of South Corona. So this actually is called Horse Thief Canyon. So we're like a couple exits away from Lake Elsinore, but this kind of gives you an idea of where we're at. Very quiet up in this area, very nice and secluded almost. You have to drive up a little bit of ways from the freeway to come up here, so it's nice and quiet, and it's just gonna be a good opportunity for someone to call home. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you're looking to buy or sell soon in the Inland Empire or relocate to Southern California in any fashion, give me a call, send me a text. For those of you who are watching on TV, I'll have a QR code here that you can just pull out your phone and open up your camera app and scan that. It'll lead to all my links of social media and other ways that you can book a call with me or contact me directly. So whichever way you fancy, go ahead and scan that now. So right now there are about 40 homes in this particular community that have already sold, but we got a long ways to go. We got about 160 left. As you saw, a lot of it is still graded terrace dirt. So you got quite a bit of ways to go. And then if you want to see more videos similar to this, subscribe for future videos, number one. And then number two, head on over to the channel. We have a pretty good library that we're building in cities around the Inland Empire of videos just like this. So if you're looking to buy or make a move soon, would love to help you out and show you what your options might be. But until then, keep watching. Hopefully I'm entertaining you guys. If I'm not, I'm sorry. But subscribe for future videos, and we'll see you in the next one.